Hey everyone, this is the New York episode of Bitcoin Trade. I'm here at the Rockefeller Center. I just think that's kind of fitting to start my video here, and so here I am. Anyways, New York's kind of crazy. It's really tight, and you know, we'll see. I'll visit a few places, and you know, I let you know I'm here in New York. I walk among you all. So there you go. Hey everyone, back here, another monument here. Just want to let everyone know I'm here. I walk among you, okay? I could be anywhere. I could be any place. I could be behind you, in front of you. Just because you walk around here, or you think I'm not around, don't think that. Don't be foolish. Be careful. Beware. Hello everyone. Welcome back. It's such a beautiful day. I mean, just look at all these walking zombies and everything. Here I am. I walk all among you. Oh yeah, this is just a normal day here. Just a normal day. Nothing's going on. Look at that. Anyways, here I am. I'm in the belly of the beast. I'm in the Empire State, New York City. So, there you go, everyone. Oh, that's nice. Anyways, Empire Strikes Back. I think that's about it. I'm getting really tired. This city really, This city really is exhausting to be in, man, I gotta take a piss. So I'll probably take a piss in your city somewhere, and then leave. Anyways, I guess I'll just cut out here and continue on with an episode, and this is going to be my New York episode, everyone. I'm not here to protest or speak or anything about the bit license, or to meet with anybody. Although I believe Ross Ulbricht is in New York. I'm not sure if he's in New York City or not, but I'm not here for any of that. I'm just here to get the experience of coming out of my virtual reality and into the physical world. And I have to say, it's exhausting. Being in the physical world is exhausting. It really drains, your physical body really takes up a lot of energy. So much easier as a virtual entity, because it's frictionless. Just like Bitcoins. There's no friction. You can be everywhere, be anybody, be everything and nowhere at the be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Anyways, it was fun. I traded with some people today. I'm not sure if I'm going to meet some of these New York residents that I trade with. I don't really plan on to. But anyways, I'm going to cut out and continue on with the episode as usual. Hello everyone, here it is, Wall Street, everyone. New York Stock Exchange. And of course, it's sectioned off here and nothing here. But if everybody knew what this was, obviously they know it's just nothing more than an empty building now. Nothing really goes on there. So there you go. I just wanted to come here to see it, and then of course there'd be more down there. But let's just have fun. I'm real. I'm here. I walk all among you. There you go. There you go. There you go. Anyways, wow. It looks just something just right out of, you know, Hollywood. Really, it does. Anyways, let me cut out. I'm running low on batteries. I don't know how much longer I can do, but I'll keep going until it dies. Here's another iconic symbol here, and you know, just want to show everyone that it's real, and it's warm. Ooh, bronze, maybe brass. I'm not sure. Iconic symbol here. All right, going off to Statue of Liberty, but right there, 10 years ago, is where I actually saw the World Trade Center a long time ago. But there's a building that replaces the World Trade Center.
Once again,
New York.
Welcome aboard.
There you
We're now on
go,
our
New
way
York.
to the Statue of Liberty at Liberty Island.
And then
The Statue of Liberty.
that's Statue of Liberty right there. We'll get there. Well, there's the Statue of Liberty right there. A gift from the French, I guess. Anyways, we'll be going over there today, and we'll check it out. And so, let's see. All right, everyone. I'm in front of the Statue of Liberty, and I don't know why, but I always thought the Statue of Liberty faced New York. But it really doesn't. It doesn't face Manhattan Island at all. The Statue of Liberty faces what looks like to me Brooklyn. And I guess I don't know what to say, but I guess that's why I had to come here. I mean, I didn't really plan on coming to Statue of Liberty and then, you know, for anything. I actually just kind of worked my way around and wandering in the city, but I ended up here. And I think I know what I have to do now. I'm going to have to do something in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is going to be the place to be. Not that place. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing. I mean, I'm here. I've come out of my virtual reality, and I'm here in the physical world now. And there's the Statue of Liberty. And where is it facing? It's facing Brooklyn. So I always thought it faced New York for some reason. New York, but there it is. It doesn't. There's New York. There's the World Trade Center, or that's where it was the New York Trade Center, and there's the Statue of Liberty. So what does that mean? I mean, I don't know, but that's somewhere I gotta be. I guess I gotta be there. I don't know what to say. I'm here. I'm bearing witness. There it is. I can't get in there, but this is about the closest thing I'm gonna get to it. And I have to say, this is probably the only great thing about New York. Everything else kind of, I don't know, it's kind of trashy. So I guess New York needs to take out the trash. Anyways. Look forward to my episode here coming up soon, alright? Hello everyone, welcome back. This episode here of Bitcoin Trade. Of course, this is going to be the New York episode, right? I'm in New York. Right now, actually, I'm in Brooklyn. And it's kind of strange that I would end up being in Brooklyn. As you see my previous episodes, or the previous videos of my visit to the Statue of Liberty, and just the fact that it's facing Brooklyn for the most part. I think that means something for some reason. I don't know why. It just means something. You know, when I work with the creator, I don't understand a lot of things. I just do them, And in the process of doing those things, I learned something. I learned something different, something new, and which helps me. I don't know. I guess it helps me brings me closer to the Creator in some way, shape, or form, and lets me understand what Bitcoin is to me anyway. And I have to admit, it's an interesting journey, but so far, my experience in New York is it's different. I have to say, I have to tell, I have to say that um, New York City is very, very intense, um, and I actually enjoyed it a little bit. As exhausting as it is, mainly because I've been traveling quite a bit, but um, in one day, um, I've pretty much figured out how New York works. In one day, I figured out how New York City works, and you know, it's revealing to me, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why I had to come to New York City. And I'm not here to, you know, put my comments into the bit license. Like I said, that none of that concerns me. Matter of fact, that would actually benefit me personally, as an individual investor, because that pushes out, you know, um, that would push out a lot of these companies that want to get into the space that provide for, third parties and whatnot. And so by pushing them out, it actually leaves a huge void for individual investors. All right, and individuals, whether you're a company or not, as long as you're trading for yourself, to fill a void, actually, to fill a niche within New York City and the surrounding area, or even in New York State. Because what it does is it gives me the ability to trade freely amongst others, a peer-to-peer level. And so, it's always been that way, of course. But now what it does is it forces any of those companies out that wanted to be like an exchange, or hold other people's accounts or money or whatever. Essentially, it would be, for the most part, you know, it would pretty much be the same as is. It would just force or make it harder for a company to be an exchange, to actually be an exchange for a third party, and it would force them out, and it would just leave a void. And so for me, it's if you're an individual investor, it's a huge opportunity. And so I don't have a problem with the bit license, really, because it doesn't apply to me. And if you're an individual investor, whether you have a company or not, but if you're not taking anybody's funds, if you're just doing this for your own funds, you don't need a license. And it's almost like, you don't need a license to be a lobbyist if you're lobbying for yourself. Very interesting, isn't it? If you're doing things for your own behalf, then there's no need for you to be a licensed of whatever. Like, you don't need to be a lawyer to defend yourself, right? It'd be nice to have a lawyer, but you don't. If you want to represent yourself in a court of law, you don't have to be a lawyer. You don't have to pass a bar exam. You just defend yourself. And so it's kind of like that concept. And if you're able to understand those things, then by all means, you have free will to do so, and you are protected under the laws. And so, anyways, My experience with New York is that, it's New York City is not the place to be. It really isn't. I went there. As you see in my videos, I made some observations. But the important thing was, I don't understand why, but I ended up going to Statue of Liberty, and the Statue of Liberty is not facing New York City. Now, for some reason, I always thought it did, but when I got there, it doesn't. It faces somewhere else. It faces Brooklyn, and I think that's where I need to be, and I think that's where a lot of Bitcoin activity is going to be. You know what I didn't do? I didn't go to the Bitcoin thing today. Sorry about that. Maybe for another time. I think it's called the Bitcoin Center, New York Bitcoin Center. But anyways, that's for another time. I'm not here for that purpose or that reason. It's for whatever reason I'm being led to these different places, and I'm being taught something by the Creator. The Creator is teaching me things, and it's kind of weird to think of it that way, that the Creator is teaching me what Bitcoin is and how to use Bitcoin, and how to empower myself, how to fully recognize the potential of what the Creator has created. It's kind of weird for me to say that, but I can't deny what I'm experiencing. It's kind of hard to deny that. It's like you're the one experiencing it. It's hard to deny that. It's hard to say, oh yeah, right. It's different when you see someone else talk about it and experience it and whatever. It's different when you're going through that experience, and it may not be the same for you or me. Like I'm experiencing things, it may not be the same for you. Maybe it does nothing. I don't know. But for whatever reason, it's happening to me, and I just can't deny it. It's like, how can you deny that if you cut your finger off? How can you deny you cut your finger off? It's off, right? I mean, it's happening to you, so it must be real. So, anyways, yeah, New York City is not the place. New York City is not the place to be. The place to be is outside of New York City, maybe the surrounding areas of New York. In particular Brooklyn for some reason. I don't know why. And it's kind of funny is that I am in Brooklyn, and I didn't mean to go to Brooklyn. I just kind of ended up there, and then when I went to visit the Statue of Liberty is facing Brooklyn, and that means something. There's a lot of other meanings in there too, as I went to Liberty Island, and I saw some other things over there. I did see some stars, if you are all wondering, and I can't deny what's going on. I mean, there's something going on here, and there's some entity leading me and teaching me, and I don't know why. I don't know why, and I don't know why me. But maybe it's because I've accepted Bitcoin into my life, and that acceptance has changed my life, has altered my life, and led me down to an interesting path. And that path is, a journey of a lifetime. Literally, it's a journey of a lifetime. And all I can do is just document it. Keep doing these videos, and It's really up to you. It's really, really up to you. Whether you believe or you don't believe, you all have absolute free will. Absolute free will. And I think that's the most important thing that I've learned is um, it's up to you to decide. It's not up to me. It's not up to me to impose my will. Uh, I'm not here to threaten anybody. I'm not here to harm anyone. I'm just here to bear witness and testify. And this is my testimony, okay? And uh, why? I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I think I'll never really truly find out. It just once I find one answer, I have another question, and once I answer that question or find that answer, it leads me to another question. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. But each time as I go, it I learn something. I learned something. And my trip to New York City has taught me something. I basically understand how New York City works in one day. In one day, I figured that out. And I think I'm pretty sure I can do all this in New York City. It wouldn't be a problem. But I'm not going to do it in New York City. Uh, I'll probably be operating outside of New York City. I'll be in there and whatnot and do things. I could be anywhere. I could be anybody. Uh, you know, it just goes to show, you, virtual reality and the physical world, they're two different things, but they're the same thing. And that's what Bitcoin allows you to do, allows me to do. It allows me to bring those two worlds together and make them as one. So, anyways, my battery is getting kind of low. I did charge it, but it's getting low. Anyways, I'll do a quick chart analysis because if you've seen or been watching my episode, I did mention the big gap here, and now the price is really surging. And again, I've been buying all this time. I've also been selling. But the nice thing about buying, when you're always buying, you're never going to miss out on this. Of course, when you're selling too, you'll miss out on this. But if you just constantly buy and sell, you won't miss out on either or action. Ideally, if you're trading in a way that allows you to take advantage of both the up moves and the down moves. So I am a very, very active investor. I actively do invest, and I'm trying to expand my operations all over America. And I do make a gain, but at the same time, I also am trying to get Bitcoins into the willing participants, the willing people of free will, the ones for those people who accept Bitcoins into their lives. And through the use of Bitcoin, remember, you have to be a user. You just can't be selling Bitcoins, all right? Or you have to be a user. Becoming a user gives you a huge advantage. And by becoming a user, you will understand what Bitcoin is and how it works. And you may even get to know the creator. And yeah, I said the creator, alright? And I explained that in my previous episodes. So, get to know the creator. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to let everyone know, get to know the creator. The Bitcoin, and the only way you can do that is you use Bitcoins. You be a user of Bitcoins. Now, what you do with it is up to you. But you have absolute free will. But if you knew what it was and you understand how it works, I think the way you would use them would be different than what most people might think of Bitcoin, or what Oh, sorry about that. Push the button. Or what most people would, you know, do with the Bitcoin. Once you really understand the power that it gives you. Well, it doesn't give you. I mean, if anything, it just teaches you what you already have. You already have the power. You already have the capability of doing everything that I'm doing, and then more, and then some. I'm just one person. Um, but I'm noticing, I am starting to notice that as I keep doing this and I do it more often, I'm not the only one. There's others. And I'm not sure if they completely understand it like the way I understand it, but I know there's others out there other than me, trying to get to know the creator, and ultimately, I wanna find the creator. I wanna meet the creator. Don't you? Don't you want to know who the creator is? Don't you want to meet the creator? Well, start using Bitcoin. It'll lead you to the creator. And anyways, I'll do a quick chart analysis here. Okay, in my previous episodes, I did mention how it would probably break and hit up here. Now that it's hit up there, it's a question of whether it's going to stay up. It may bounce around. It's a really good push, but I'm a little I don't know how to quite see this, because another tool that you're going to start using. Now you notice I don't use a lot of these weird things like the Bollinger Bands or blah blah whatever. I do use the volume, and I notice that there's not really a big volume here on Bitfin, and this is a Bitfin 12-hour period, right? 12 hours, and there's the price. And I bought some on this day at around $508, and look how much it's gone up. I mean, literally, I bought some that morning, and I bought it quite a bit, and then it's gone up that much, and I didn't sell it. Okay, I didn't put it through the exchange and sell it. I held on to it because I really thought that there was a good chance that there could be a pop here, and I did mention that. Unfortunately, by the time you see it, it's too late. But anyways, it's some things. Anyways, I just thought that between these two bands on the average, there's a huge gap where you probably get a push back up. Now the question is whether it's gonna come down off of here and then bounce off of this and push up further. Because if you make your lines here, you notice that it's still a very long ways before it hits that top resistance line again, and so it's a question of what it's going to do. So if you look back here, it's been kind of going down, but now it's been pushing back up. But it's, that's just the way price action moves. It tends to move that way. Before it advances, it might pull back down just to advance even further up, or vice versa. It'll advance up just to go back further down. So these are things that you, as a person who trades, invests, and exchanges and all that stuff, these are things that you should probably get a better understanding if you want to make a gain. Now remember, if you short something, you're also making a gain. You're getting more Bitcoins, and then you buy back in at a lower price and let the price rise. You made a gain, and then you can short whatever and all that stuff. But in either case, the only reason why I would sell Bitcoin is just to buy more, and I'm trying to buy more ideally at a lower price. If not a lower price, I mean, that's the risk I take, because if it keeps going up, then I just missed out on the move up. But I'm not trying to sell Bitcoins so I could have more money. I'm literally trying to sell Bitcoins because I want to buy more Bitcoins. Okay, like for example, I'd want to sell up here, right, and then buy down here, and as it appreciates in value, basically I made a gain in the amount of Bitcoins, and the value of Bitcoins have gone up in price. So but the price action does three things: up, down or sideways. So you got 30% chance of making a pretty good guess of that movement in direction. Now, if you're able to narrow down your chances based on some experience, some indications, and using some indicators, you can increase your chance to maybe 50%, and then and then 50% of that, if you have that experience, that really good solid experience, and then you're able to actually analyze the prices up here, as well as the different candlesticks, and maybe even looking at the volume, you can really increase your chance to almost, I would say 75%, to almost 80% of the time, you can actually make a pretty good guess at being right about your trades. But it's not every trade. I've taken losses, and so but 80% of the time you can be right. 70 to 80% of the time you can be right about your trades. I'll take that. I'll take that. It's better than 50-50, because 50-50 doesn't get you anywhere. So this it becomes to a point where you understand the flow of how the price action moves, because you are fully immersed in Bitcoin. And I think that's probably why I've done so well. It is not because I'm speculating. I'm fully immersed in my virtual reality using Bitcoin. And then again, I'm coming out in the physical world and experiencing the physical world with Bitcoins, and going back into virtual reality with my Bitcoins, and back and forth. It's pretty interesting. Anyways, I hope this helps you. This is my New York episode. I'm not here to fight anyone. I'm not here to protest or getting angry at any government entity or anything. I'm here for a whole different reason, and that reason is, for some reason, it's indicating to me Brooklyn. I don't know why. But something has to happen in Brooklyn. I don't know what it is yet, but it's obviously pointing at Brooklyn. It's looking at Brooklyn. If you don't believe me, go ahead and visit the Statue of Liberty, and which way is she looking? She's not looking at New York City. She's looking at Brooklyn. There's something over there, or something's got to happen over there. Anyways, I hope this kind of helps. I don't know. Some of the things I say just doesn't make sense at the time, but then again, 2020 hindsight, it makes all sense. Right now, when I say it, it just absolutely makes no sense whatsoever. And I'm sorry, that's something I can't really control. But if you just, if you want to keep watching, you can keep watching. But at some point, action needs to be taken by you. You have to take some kind of action. So anyways, feel free to like, dislike, comment, or even leave a video response. Until next time, stay tuned.